This week on Tech Tip Tuesday, Jason and I
are going to show you how to install the stacked slate sphere into this large aqua basin. First thing I'm going to do is install this 1.5" bulk fitting into the top of this sphere. We are using a 2 3/4 inch hole saw. What we're going to do is drill down through the top of this so that bulk fitting will fit in there. Let me go ahead and do it.
Now that Jason's got our hole drilled out for us, we're going to go ahead and install our 1.5" bulk fitting. Threads down, nut goes through the bottom and connects to the threads.
I'm going to go ahead and plumb this up right now. What you'll need to do that is 3 1.5" male adapters, an adjustable 1.5" elbow, a threaded 1.5" coupler, glue primer, and some silicone. First thing we are going to do is thread one of our 1.5" male adapters down into the 1.5" bulk fitting. Kyle's going to put some silicone on them threads so we get a watertight seal. I'm going to go ahead and glue in this pipe now. For starters, we're going to use PVC primer on both the 1.5" flex pipe that we're using and our 1.5" fitting on the inside, which I've already primed. So we're going to use our PVC glue, a little bit on the pipe, and then a little bit on our male adapter on the inside. Glue in our pipe. I like to push it down in and twist it a little, and we'll hold that for 30 seconds. Make sure we get a good glue seal.
Now that we're all glued up, we're going to get this fish through our aqua basin. Next step's going to be gluing on our 1.5" male adapter to our pipe where our pump connects.
So I'm going to go ahead and hook up our pump. Today we're using an Aqua Surge 2000 and its low suction attachment. I've also installed a ball valve to adjust our flow. Let me go ahead and show you how we do that. On this 2000, we're going to want to take this housing off, thread off the part that holds that housing in place. And here's our low suction attachment. And what this will do is thread on here. And what it'll do is draw the water off the bottom of this aqua basin. Now this aqua basin is not going to hold a whole ton of water. So it's great. It allows this water level to drop real low before you have to fill it up. If you're one of them people that doesn't like to add water as often, these aqua basins are no different than a skimmer. You can add an auto fill valve to help out with that. And I'm going to get our pump down into the vault. Or rather our aqua basin. I'm going to fish this pipe down in. Make sure our low suction intake is facing down. We're going to go ahead and cover this up, and then we'll get to gravel in this aqua basin. We're to the point where we want to gravel this. So as a safety precaution, I've taken a scrap piece of 6-foot liner. I've cut a square out of the center, smaller than the aqua basin. And the reason for this is I want to put this around the sphere That's the reason for the hole. We want it around the outside of it in case we get a little bit of splash outside of that aqua basin, that water will run down in. So it's very important the ground around this aqua basin is pitched back in towards the aqua. What do you got going on besides gravel in it, Kyle?
We are running lights as we go, so that way we can bury our leads. Neatening it all up. Going through, and I am hiding all our liner edges through here and just kind of making an edge for our gravel. We're using this kind of gravel just because it's what we have in our location. You can use pretty much anything that you have in your landscaping as far as mulch, your dirts, just a variety of things. Okay, so right now Jason is leveling our sphere. Hey Jay, why do we level it?
We level it because when the water bubbles out of the top of this, we really want it to give it an even flow all the way around.
Nice.
So it's actually easier leveling this with the gravel in here because it holds it in place.
We've got everything buttoned up, tidied up, and ready to start. So let's try it out.
That's a wrap on this Tech Tip Tuesday. If you'd like more information on lighting or how to install an auto fill valve, click the links above. What do you think, Kyle?
I think they should like, subscribe, and interact in our comments. And tune in next week for our next Tech Tip Tuesday.